and be prepared for this debate that I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm waiting for oh yeah, like also like we kind of live in a capitalistic like I'm gonna say hellscape, but I'm borrowing that word from a friend. I'm borrowing it from C. I think we live in like a capitalistic like hellscape, and like you have to be a capitalist in this world. I mean, unless you get enough money to like not be a capitalist, but it be what it be. What's up, the servant?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty alright. What you got for me?
Okay. I don't want to debate against you though. I just want to uh I am a Christian and I'm 41 because sometimes people ask, about TikTok, how your age and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Um as a Christian, I would never tell you to believe in God.
Oh,
Um
interesting.
yes. But I'm not your regular Christian though, you know.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
actually I'm actually out here really trying to talk to atheists and Muslims and Hindus, anyone that is doesn't know God or know of God, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do it as peace because it's not easy and not every conversation is gonna eventually end in love, but most of it I try to begin with love no matter what, because that's what society needs, is to unite everyone with love. Your brothers, sisters, everyone needs to come together for love, because that's what God is. God is pure love, but not all Christians are doing it. They're using the word to twist. I've seen them use the word to twist it for their own purposes and stuff like that. I've seen it, whether it's in the Old Testament. They bring up a lot of, I've seen a lot of really cruel and unkind Christians use even representations of slavery to try to get their point across, which is wrong. When you talk of God, you should talk of love, of peace, of kindness, of lifting up your brother. I want to lift you up. I don't want to push you away. And I see a lot of those Christians, they push and force their word, their own text onto somebody, to the point where they're so confused and lost that sometimes they don't have no choice to, and that's wrong. That's wrong,
Yeah.
you know. And I think a lot of people can agree that and have seen that in the churches, and not just in the churches, because the church is the people, you know. It's truly the people. And if we can't connect just on just the common simple words of a text, we can't even push past hunger, to fix hunger in society. If every Christian nowadays on earth right now that are so-called Christians was to come together, we could abolish hunger right now. We could literally abolish hunger right now, but Christians don't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Same
Like
with
yeah.
same
So
with
so really quick. I do agree with you. And also like I guess like technically I'm an atheist, but I prefer to go by like I'm agnostic. So
Awesome,
so when
awesome.
you're yeah.
And I get it, and that is your choice, and that is your free will, and I commend you for doing that. To seeking out the truth and evidence of, a higher existence, a higher knowledge, a higher power, a higher love. You're actually doing it. Most people are not doing it. Like me, I'm doing it every day.
Oh.
I'm seeking out these things, and for my own
Yo,
personal
Coco.
pers-
That's
On God, I
crazy.
was just arguing with an atheist. They called me a dumbass and said the Middle East is not part of. There are not parts of the Middle East in Africa.
No, yeah, like Africa's a continent and Egypt is definitely a country in Africa. Like
The
that's
dumbest shit
crazy.
I've literally ever heard in my life.
yeah.
But I'm excited for your debate later with Mike. That's gonna be sick, bro. Yo,
Yeah.
J
Who
Rob,
you,
those dudes were idiots.
who you debating?
Yeah. What live is that?
Somebody named Violet Vixen. She is literally the dumbest person I've ever talked to in my life. Like, I don't talk about people like that. And like, it's not even the language barrier thing. I understand when people don't speak English. I listen to plenty of people who English wasn't their first language, and they are extremely intelligent. It's very obvious. She would just keep asserting things like, "You're wrong. Christianity copied Zoroastrianism, and I know because it's my culture." And I said, "Okay, provide justification." And then she said, "These are the facts. This is my culture. Provide justification." It's the dumbest shit. Then I got kicked. They called me an idiot because I said that parts of the Middle East were in Africa,
Bro,
which again, Egypt's in Africa.
I was just in a live about like
100%.
Wait, really quick before you guys continue. To clarify, guys, the Mike Brigandi and Alex K debate is happening later tonight at 7 p.m. I know the live is titled Mike Brigandi, Alex K debate, but it's not happening yet. We're just like chilling out. This is the pre-show.
7 p.m. What time zone?
Central Daylight Time.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex, it doesn't start till like later, but yeah.
Who are the
I
mods?
couldn't see. I didn't even know Mike knew anything about idealism, but from what I've seen the few times that he talked to Alex, he seems to understand what is trying to be said by the view. So I'm not too sure. I guess he seems to be like some hard physicalist. Someone I don't know if that makes sense, but some type identity. I don't know what type of physicalist that he holds to, but
Actually,
he seems to believe that's a coherent view. So
yeah, and do you guys want to know who the judges are? Have them.
who are the
So
judges?
one of them is Placide. Placide Soul. Yeah, he's going to be judging, and then
Placide is
Are they judges or moderators?
Why
judges.
Placide?
Placide was suggested by Alex K, and so I got him. And then there's this other guy. Jordan's gonna be C said it in the comments. Jordan's gonna be judging. I'm excited for that. Jordan's
Okay,
actually,
I respect Jordan. I respect Placide. Placide is cool too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure.
okay. Like I don't want to glaze, but like C and Jordan are like genuinely like scholars or like
Of course, like
intellectual individuals.
if you like told me, oh, C and Jordan are debating, I was like, all right, that makes sense. Because you C and Jordan right off the gates, I know C and Jordan right out the gate are like pretty like
degrees.
They're pretty C and Jordan are up there to me in terms of like knowledge on this kind of field.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Placide though, why? Okay, well, who's the last guy?
So Placide, Jordan. Then there's this guy that I don't really know. He's like a newcomer. Placide, Jordan, newcomer. Tiny
Some
Science.
newcomer?
Yeah, but Alex K requested him. So Alex K requested.
All of these judges have requested from. Two of the judges are requested from Alex.
Yeah, and then the two that Mike Brigandi's getting is Tiny Science and Jordan, and then the neutral.
Wait, that's interesting. So both 6 judges.
Oh no, 5. So basically, like both of the contestants, they pick 2 judges, and then they agree on like a
one neutral judge.
Yeah.
So Jordan is the neutral judge.
No, Buddhist Bear is.
Wait, Buddhist Bear is the neutral judge?
Yeah.
So wait, what view? Wait, so Jordan is an idealist?
I'm not sure if Jordan is an ideal. Wait, C is in the comments. She might know. C, is Jordan an idealist?
I think.
Oh, he isn't.
Yeah, I think I would have thought Jordan would be the neutral. So
I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have a question about idealism. I know like Q Diddy is an idealist and he's Christian, but if you're a theist, does that naturally make you an idealist or not?
Often, sometimes because you like one view. Sometimes I think it does, but it depends. Because I was talking to like a Thomist, and you could.
Also, really quick before you continue, sorry, servant. We'll get back to it. I guess we're just like breaking some stuff down, but
no worries. I'm listening to the brothers too.
Oh, my bad, bro. I interrupted you, twin. That was messed up. Yeah, look at me coming in here being rude.
No worries.
My fault, bro.
I commend you. I commend you in love interrupting me, and no worries. No worries at all. I lift you up, my brother. I lift up my brother down below me, and the one across the way too. Everything must be done in love, no matter what. and in peace. And I just wanted to come in this live and just to tell the other young brother right here that is the host, keep doing what you're doing, but when you're doing it, do it in love, seek it in the most purest love, and
Yeah.
you will get your answer. That's the only thing I can say. And I really do mean this sincerely. I have to go back to my other property right now, but do anything you do in his name, seek it in love and only in peace, and you will find it. And I'm telling you, you will. But I want you to have a blessed day. Seek it in love and only in, because it is good. So have a blessed day, my friend.
Oh yeah, you too. Come back anytime. You're welcome here anytime you
Okay,
want to.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I guess I'll go and then Bobby, you can go. Or do you want to finish and then like I can go?
yeah, I was just telling Chris that, yeah, because it could be the case. Um, like prior to God instantiation of the world, like you could say that God, you exist in God's mind. Like you could even say that everything exists in God's mind prior to being actualized. Oh no, maybe don't want to say prior to. Maybe this is like an ontological prior. But you could just say everything exists in God's mind, and then there's instantiation. Right when
Yeah.
like if God didn't instantiate anything, it just depends on how you. It just depends on this
Yeah, I
your
understand what
view,
you mean.
your metaphysics surrounding how God exists in
Yeah, like
accordance with instantiation. If it's like an ontological prior or temporal prior, but you could, but you still understand that all these things, like even if not actualized, probably still in somewhere in God. So that's how you
yeah.
exist. So you could be like an idealist in that sense. Like there could be like this other version of you.
Got you. Okay, I think you just steal man Q-Top's position pretty well, and I didn't understand it, so I
That's
appreciate
what
it.
Q-Top saying.
I
I don't
think
know
so.
that.
I mean, it kind of made sense the way that you just explained it, that these ideas would exist ontologically before he actualized them.
Yeah, well, I don't
I
know
have a
how
question.
maybe has some, maybe it will have some mode or some ontological existence prior to actualization. But
I have a
it also
question.
I
Can
think
I
there's some issues with that view too. But yeah,
can
Yeah,
I
so
claim why not to believe in Christ?
yeah, give me one sec. Yeah, so you guys know what like idealism is, like everything exists inside of a mind. And then like yeah, some Christians like I think it's okay if I say this, but Constantine holds to like the Christian God is basically having a dream and like our reality, all this that's happening right now is happening inside of like God's mind and like nothing physical exists. It's just all like God's dream. But no, that's not like entailed by theism because I mean like Genesis I don't really know how he gets to his conclusion, but like I also love Constantine. Constantine's awesome. But I mean Genesis implies that God is creating physical matter. Like he's bringing light into existence, earth into existence, but maybe one could interpret it as him doing it in his head. But like I don't know. Like that's
yeah, it could be like the view would be like something like if the reason you exist is because you technically exist in God's head. So if God erases you from like His mind, you don't actually exist.
interpret it.
Mind, you don't actually exist.
Idealism is one thing, and then theism is typically going to have entailments that go above and beyond what idealism says. Like theism is typically going to be some kind of dualism, typically, not always. Um, uh, and whereas idealism is going to
Dualism in
be a
what
monism.
sense?
Hmm?
What do you mean by dualism? Do you mean like mind-body dualism, substance dualism, property? I don't
Yeah,
know what you
like
mean by dualism.
yeah, like substance dualism.
Wait, so you're saying that theism is going to be identical to theory of mind? That obviously isn't true.
No. When I say dualism, I mean two ontologies.
Oh, two ontologic types or two substances?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that also just wouldn't be true either, though.
Like I said, not in all cases, but typically.
Yeah.
Like
You
the
just said
mainstream
theism is that thing, right?
interpretation, look, like the mainstream interpretation of some kind of theism, whether it be Christianity, Islam, or Abrahamic religions, is going to be a dualistic interpretation. Are you saying that's not true?
Yes, that's distinct to what you said earlier, but yeah, I guess I could accept the goalpost shift. That's completely fine. Yeah.
Wait, no. So like, yeah, I get like what you're critiquing, but yeah, it would be for like it depends on the religion, obviously. Like, not like every religion is gonna be under like the description that he was saying, but I think he was mostly like I got it. Like he was referencing like Abrahamic religions are gonna fit like the description of what he was saying.
I do think so. I do like the judges. I do like Jordan right out the gate. I think is actually pretty solid. I'm not so W Alex Placide. I've had like few conversations with Placide like way back, like when I first like met you on TikTok. But I don't think
Yeah.
I've had a conversation with Placide since then. Um, it'll be interesting. Him, I know he's well read on the things that he's good at least. But I've never. I do wonder if like, well, even then that's okay because Mike brought his own judges, and he's
Yeah.
and Tiny is also an interesting one because Tiny is very skeptical. So like my biggest worry about these judges between like there's Placide and then the other end is Tiny. So like the only like a new like why not
They
just a
cancel
panel
each
of
other
neutral
out.
judges?
They cancel each other out. I grant that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously kind of. I mean, it's just obvious, right? Like Tiny is not going to vote against Mike Brigandi, but what we got to work with.
That's fair. Jordan is pretty solid. Like I want to like see can like replace two of those judges.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Um,
Jordan, C, and like Mitch, something like that. Would have
Hey
been like a
Alex,
solid.
I've seen your lives a few times, but I'm not very familiar with you. You're agnostic, right?
oh no, he's a theist.
Maybe even Flobby. Maybe like Jordan, Flobby, and like
It's at 2 a.m. for Flobby. Were you talking to me, Prince?
Yes, sir. I've seen your lives about like
Oh,
consciousness not being generated by the brain, but I never understood your theistic stance.
Yeah, no. I identify as an atheist. I
oh,
don't. Yeah,
That's
that's
what
why I
I
was
figured.
making the distinction earlier because you can fully be an atheist and also be an idealist.
wait, okay. I want to dive into that, but also like but yeah, I think the judges should be fine. I think like the neutral judge will like break the
wait.
tiebreaker.
So how many neutral? Okay, so I know Placide and Saul will be one like neutral cancellation. Who all
And
the other
Buddhist,
neutral
No, Bobby. There's one neutral judge, which is
Jordan.
which
no,
is
no. Jordan
Buddhist.
is yeah.
So
Jordan's not
basically,
neutral.
like, so Alex K chose Placide, and then like this other guy who he might be Muslim. His name is like
Oh
Wahili
wow,
or
wow, oh
something.
wow, oh yeah, he's a very nice, chill guy. I'm not sure who'd be neutral though, but
Oh, Buddhist Bear would be the neutral
Yeah,
one.
I'd be
There's
neutral.
one neutral judge. So like the idea is like I got two that I got to pick. Mike gets two that he got to pick, and there's one that we both had to agree to, which is the neutral one.
and that's
So
Bear.
yeah.
Wait, so Mike chose Jordan?
Well, like I suggested, Jordan and Tiny Smalls, and Mike was like, sure. Like he wasn't opposed to it.
Oh, Mike doesn't like no Jordan.
Not really. I don't think.
Okay,
Or maybe he does.
I think Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. If it's the same Jordan, I think we're talking about, then yeah, I think Jordan to me is like a neutral judge. I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Is Buddhist Bear is like LM Bear?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's him.
he's a Buddhist, but he's like atheistic.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
like
think he's
he's
been on
pretty
your live before. I think I remember. Yeah, I think Buddhist Bear might be is neutral. Like so Jordan and Buddhist might be pretty good neutral. Um, Tiny may not be as neutral, and I'm not too sure the two people and Alex how neutral they'll be as well.
But why would anyone
Yeah,
be neutral if God obviously
it's
exists? I'm confused.
oh well.
it's hard to find anyone that's neutral, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're just being totally honest. So it's just gonna play out how it plays out. I mean, he got his opportunity to decide, and I got mine, and then we both had to affirm the one.
Buddhist, which the bear, which is neutral, at least what you guys are saying. Jordan, which I consider to be neutral.
But
Tiny, which would not be
has
neutral.
Jordan has like a panpsychist view, which then does invoke some kind of materialist world. So I think someone that would be genuinely agnostic would probably be a great person to have here on this particular topic. And I don't know too many people that are agnostic on this particular topic. And some people are unknowingly like pushing like a physicalist worldview, and that seems to be common, which I obviously push back against those types of positions where people aren't really giving it thought and just taking like the scientific like notion of there being some physical world. I think that's often the case that most people fall victim to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, self-evident assumptions that we never question. And then we impose it as if it's some kind of scientific truth. Yeah, absolutely.
But Plum, you were asking something?
What's the topic?
Right now we're discussing this, but later today, this debate is going to be happening. This debate is going to start at 7 p.m. That's what we're talking about at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get another. I predict this also gonna bring in like another 1,000 viewership.
I mean, like that'd be pretty awesome.
I'm not. I predict it's gonna be the case because Alex and Mike are pretty. Because Alex has a lot of followers and Mike also has a lot of followers, so it's probably gonna bring at least another 1,000.
Or he has like exponentially more followers than me, but I don't know. For some reason, this specific conversation it doesn't seem to generate a whole lot. I think it's because it's complicated. Philosophy of mind is like convoluted in a lot of ways. So we'll see. I hope for a good turnout as well.
That's what I was thinking. Like, the topic is gonna be. It depends if people have like a special interest in like consciousness, but I posted I posted a lot of posts and like advertised it, so hopefully like it brings in a lot of people. But yeah, Mike does carry a lot of weight. Like once Mike joins the live, like it jumps from like 200 people to like we're at 700 people in the live stream. So we'll see.
It was interesting when I first saw Mike.
I'm gonna take a moment to do a mod thing. There's 28 of you in here, and there's only 2.2k likes. I'm really disappointed in all of you.
Well, if you guys want to tap your screens, like the live.
No, not if you want to. Fucking tap the screen. No. You guys have. I'll give you 13 minutes to get Coco up over 15k likes.
You know God exists, right?
Sure, we could talk about that. Or I guess like, does anyone have any more questions about the debate, which I'd be happy to keep talking about? But,
which debate? I just got here.
Okay, I can show you again. So basically, right now we're kind of just chilling, but tonight this debate is happening at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And so like I posted some videos about it and like some promo vids. But yeah, that's happening at 7 p.m.
By the way, the promo vid was sick, dude. If anybody hasn't seen it, go to his page and watch it.
Dude. It's pretty nice.
Like literally, like I love editing and I love doing what I do. But literally, like I like start at like 12 or 1 p.m. and then when I finish the video, it's literally like 8 p.m. So I've spent like 7 hours just like editing every small detail about it. But I love to do it.
I remember when Mike was first talking to Alex, I was just like sliding by. I saw that conversation in Alex's like page, and like it was the usual harsh. I didn't think it would explode this far though, to like Mike challenging you to like a debate or something like that. I didn't think it would. I thought it was just gonna be like a quick little debate battle in your live, and then after that he'll you guys call each other stupid, and then you guys leave. But I guess he took it personally or something.
Yeah, he took it personally because he slid over to my live, and I made some edits of all the times he contradicted himself, and I presume that he thought it was a bad look, and so this is his get back. But we'll see how it goes.
Dang, hopefully these judges are actually solid.
Oh no, I think they'll be solid. I think Tiny studies like a lot of science. Placide Saul reads a lot, but he has a degree in like engineering or something. Jordan is like obviously like a hella good pick. Like he's
Yeah,
philosophy
he's pretty tough.
oriented.
He's good for
I'm
this
hyped about
conversation.
Jordan. I want to hear his feedback for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna
Who's
be.
arguing which position?
What's up, Barrage? So basically, Alex is arguing that like materialism can't explain consciousness, and then Mike
Okay.
Brigandi is saying that like materialism does explain consciousness.
Yeah, that's what. So my position is it hasn't been shown that materialism can't, but we don't know everything about the brain. All we have are unknowns. Like I don't know how it owns.
There's like significant logical. There's a logical burden that I don't want to give away all my sauce, but like this is prior to empiricism.
I got you.
It doesn't even make sense to say that it's the brain.
That it's what now?
Yeah. Like, does it even make sense to say that consciousness comes from matter or just is matter in certain arrangements?
I got you. Yeah, I'd love to discuss it with you, but I don't want to like flesh out your talking points and all that. So
Yeah.
if I'm around, I'll watch the debate.
And like honestly, when it comes to me, like hey, just really quick, and then yeah, we should get to the other guest. I guess when it comes to me, whenever like people ask me like where does consciousness come from, I've been sort of lazy, and I've just said like yeah, consciousness is just a byproduct of the brain. So like I do want to watch this debate and see like what the arguments are, and like this debate might change my position. So I know it's going to inform me.
Yeah, I've been pretty neutral
Alex,
on this position myself.
Alex, I don't know if you can give this away or not, and if you can't, that's fine. Do you at least acknowledge that consciousness is a product of the brain, but are you saying there's more than just the brain, or do you not acknowledge that the brain is necessary at all?
Well, so complicated answer. First of all, that's outside the scope of this debate specifically. All this debate is about is the negation of the position of identity theory. So Mike's an identity theorist, so he's saying that consciousness is identical to bioelectricity. So that being said, right, that's what the debate is about, whether or not that is true.
Okay.
But outside of that, I'm an idealist. So I think consciousness is the fundamental reality. And so the brain is a localized expression of consciousness.
Wait, you're an atheistic idealist. I thought idealism would only be isolated to like theism, but maybe it's maybe it's plausible under
It's confused. It's confused because they use this mind talk. They use this universal mind talk that confuses things. But from clearly from a theistic point of view, a universal mind is more like that's an intuition there. But from an atheist point, this universal mind is. I feel like that should be reworded.
It doesn't have the properties that somebody like a theist would want to ascribe to it. It's a naturalist. So I'm also a naturalist. So this universal mind, if you want to call it that, is playing out in a naturalistic. There's no consciously directed supernatural intervention. There's no like
what's a universal mind?
Miracles.
That's right. I mean, the first thing is that, do you think that the mind, let's say, the mental state that generates all of our qualia, is going to be the same type of minds that we have, or distinct? Would you just say that? Do you think it's analogically related?
You'd have to ask that question again.
Yeah, so the mind, let's just say the mind that we're all in effectively, right? Is that the same type of mind that we have, or a different type of mind?
It'd obviously be, it depends on what you mean by type there, right? Like, it's not a human mind, no, obviously, but it's not distinct entirely in the sense that it's not a mind or not mind as a category.
You could just say we predicate like minds just think analogically, right? So implying they have some similarity but some relevant differences. Is that correct?
The relevant difference is going to be experience of localization.
Okay, so if that's the case, then how does it be compatible with Mike Brigandi's view then?
And
Because
also
all you're
higher
contesting
level
to the brain.
and also
Okay.
higher level cognitive capacities.
That's completely fine, right? But
Alex,
what you're really
Alex, I've got a
contesting is that
question.
the brain itself is a mental state. Like
The
he
brain
could
itself
just
is
like he could
mental.
just accept that and his view would still be true, right? It's completely compatible. He could just say that the brain is a mental state but generates other mental states. Or it's identical to other mental states. That's completely fine. It's not compatible at all.
Do what?
You don't understand. Look, you're just saying that under your idealist view, for every X, it's just a mental state, including the brain. And Mike Brigandi wants to say that, mental states are generated or identical by the brain. That's not going to be incongruent with your view. You could just say it's generated by this mental state.
Yeah, it is. Because we're talking about
incongruency?
ontic primacy here. Right? If you're going to say that
Why do
mental
you see
states are...
ontic primacy?
Look, if you're going to say that look, I don't want to have this debate right now, to be totally honest with you. But if you're going to say that mental states are emergent from the brain, right, you're going to have to be able to show that deductively. But again, I don't want to give away all
His
my
ability to
thought.
show it's not what I'm contesting. You understand that, right? I'm saying your view is not incongruent with his view.
I mean, I think it's shown inductively. The only minds that we're aware of are products of brains, whether it's in our own minds, the minds of other people, or even animals.
That's just question. I already assumed that the minds are generated by brains. Such a big
that is kind of
really
question
quick,
begging, right?
really quick, guys. Kodo, were you wanting to possibly add something to this, or were you going to change the topic? But either way,
I've got a question to Alex. Would you consider yourself as a non-dual theist?
No, bro. No theism.
Because idealism in its core is non-dual, right? Or claim to be non-dual.
Sure.
Now I got to Google idealism.
But non-duality itself is more in the direction of atheism.
Okay, but look, I hold to a particular flavor of idealism. It's analytic idealism. It's a naturalistic thesis, right? So it's just not going to be entirely the same as what everybody said. The problem with generalizing and saying the word God or saying the word theism is it just doesn't match up with the way that the thesis is.
Yeah, but you mentioned like